Dear dragons, I'm so very tired. I'm so very tired of the way that people try to force others in boxes, the way that the world has tried to make me abandon the dragon, the way that people make fun of me for identifying as a dragon. Even when people tell me, like, no, you're human, like, dear dragons, I'm tired. I'm tired of the way that people try to remind me I have to be a certain way, I have to fit in a certain box, I have to meet X, Y, and Z. And I just want to remind you that the dragons taught me that I don't have to fit any rules. I'm imperfect. And in my imperfection, that's what makes me perfect creation. And I want to bring this to you guys today because, my dear dragons, I have been just so beyond angry with how people to this day, and probably even after the day I die, will try to put me in a box. And I'm done, right? Like, I'm done at giving them my energy and my attention. And every time I feel like I have to, instead, I'm going to remind myself, no, I'm going to put my attention on the dragons. I'm going to put my attention on God. I'm going to put my attention on my magic and my community, the hatchlings. And that's what matters. You see, in our lives, we often forget what matters. And we push ourselves into this ideal, this what we can and cannot do. And I literally don't subscribe to that anymore, because the whole what I can and cannot do is very disturbing and disruptive and dysregulating to my nervous system. So the dragons tell me to shapeshift every day. And sometimes, because of that, sometimes you'll see me in a hijab with horns. And sometimes you'll see me in a white dress on my lawn. My point is that I don't force myself to fit into any boxes, because I know that I am imperfect and I'm weak by nature. And acknowledging that is step number one to becoming stronger. We have to acknowledge who we are and where we're going, and we have to acknowledge our own shortcomings and our own imperfections. Otherwise, we start to glorify ourselves, we start to worship ourselves, we start to think that we can do no wrong, and that is when we become the biggest fools. Do you understand me? The biggest fools in this world are the ones who think they know everything, are the ones who think you can and cannot do things a certain way, and the ones who are constantly trying to categorize things. The dragon is absence of category, okay? It's the other option, okay? Like, when people are like, oh, there's only 3 genders, sometimes I joke around with my friends and saying, oh yeah, there's 3. There's man, woman, and dragon. I'm truly just joking, right? But my point is that it doesn't fit, right? The dragons don't fit in boxes. And I have just always been, by my peers and by my friends and my family and my community and, you know, my elders have just always been they always tried to force me into a box. Do you understand? And it happens to this day, right? Like, even people online will try and force me in a box. And, like, I am forced to remember every single time this happens to me is that I am a dragon and I am shapeshifting and I am uncategorizable because I am constantly changing. Like, alhamdulillah that I am able to constantly change and constantly shift my form. And now I have this beautiful home that I'm spending time in, and I just come out here and I haven't been feeling the best. Like, I have, like, you know, my sister-in-law is visiting from Canada right now, and I have been on my period, and I've just, like, been so, like, kind of depressed about it. But, like, I come out here and I think about the dragon, and I think about how many layers that the dragon has to shed, how many layers of skin the dragon has to shed until it reaches its final form. you know, like how many, or like this, let's do it like this, I'll do you one better. How many layers of skin does the snake have to shed before it becomes a dragon, right? I think I like that one better, because I feel like I've just been constantly having to push myself outside of my comfort zone just to show up as who I am and tell my truth. And like, I never really thought that the second I became happy in who I am, the second that I became comfortable in my practice with the dragons, the second that I feel like I reached this area in my craft where I was like, no, I know exactly where I'm going, I know exactly where I've been, and I know exactly where I'm coming from, right? Like, I don't let people define me anymore, and especially even in my practice of Islam, like, I don't like let people box me into categories either, because like that's why people use Islam to control people, and people use religion, it doesn't matter what religion it is. Like, some people even use dragon religions to like control people too, so like it happens everywhere, right? But like, that's why I don't let like anything else outside of me and my connection to the divine like really dictate like how I move throughout this reality, because anything else has really truly just like ruined my nervous system and made me have a horrible connection with like God and the unseen because of it. So now, even though sometimes I don't always follow like all the rules on paper for Islam or things like that, like, I do my best, and I always seek forgiveness from my Lord, and I always try to improve myself and do my best and see how I can get better every day. And that is all that we really can do as human beings, right? And working with the dragon really taught me to like accept that part of myself, that like I'm constantly changing, I'm constantly shifting, and it's like okay to do that. Like, it's okay for me to like be one way one day and then completely the opposite the next. Like, I'm allowed to do that. Like, the dragons taught me that. The dragons taught me, no, you don't have any boundaries or limits. The dragons taught me, no, you don't have any shackles or chains. No, the dragon taught me, whatever you want, you are. I think, therefore I am. Like, that is what the dragons taught me. The dragons taught me they are everything and yet they are nothing at the same time, and that is the paradox of the dragon, and that is what I'm trying to capture here. Like, just what I do online, and like just the connection that I have, because one day I'll be gone, and the only thing that'll be left is what I left behind, and even then that might not be here. That's why I don't try to pay attention to what people say you can or cannot do online, because ultimately the only one who's really dealing with me is me, and like my husband for the most part. And my husband is the most incredible human being I have ever met in my entire life. He is my absolute hero, and I know that some people think a lot of things about him, but I'm gonna tell you right now that this man has given me so much dignity and so much space to heal and so much time to be myself, and given me every single second I've needed to come out of my shell. And yeah, he's a human being and he's not perfect, and he has his moments when he struggles, just like we all do, but my husband encourages me to be the geeky, cheeky, and freaky dragon that I am, and still thinks my faith is beautiful, because if it wasn't for me finding Islam, he told me he would not have found peace with Islam. He was raised Muslim, by the way. And I think it's beautiful, because my genuine love and connection for Islam brought him discomfort, brought him anxiety, and he asked me about hell, and he asked me about how do I reckon with this and that and the religion, and it never scared me. I always had an answer, because I just had faith in my Lord, and I love reading, right? Like, the dragons tell me, read, read, read. You know what I mean? Like, the dragons need you to study. It's so important to study. And if I didn't read about dragons, if I didn't read about world religions, if I didn't read about anything outside of my own little bubble, my friends, I just wouldn't be, I would be nothing that I am today, okay? So I just wanted to remind everybody while I'm getting absolutely swarmed by the ants out here. I'm gonna get up. But I just kind of wanted to remind everybody that it's not that serious, okay? Like, we don't have to hate on each other. We don't have to box each other in. We don't have to be so serious. Life is not serious. No one gets out alive, okay? Like, literally everybody dies, all right? So have fun while you're here, okay? Do your best, my darling. Don't forget to come outside and look at the beautiful sky and beautiful stars, okay? And I hope that you guys are having just the absolutely wonderful day. I'm so excited. We just started our 30 days of Dragon Path systems over on my main channel. If you want to check it out, every single day at noon I drop a new complete beginner's guide for 30 days on the various paths of the dragon as I understood them and understand them as taught to me by my dragons. And also every day at midnight over on my main channel too, we now have a daily tarot reading. So it's all based around dragons, of course, so I'm super excited. It's been a long time coming, but now we got a double daily dose over on my main channel, and here sometimes with a triple daily dose for the Holy Trinity. But I just want to let you guys know about what's going on over on the main channel and say thank you guys so much for just showing up here and supporting me on the second channel. Like, I can't believe, like, we already hit 100 subscribers. Like, thank you guys so much. You guys are truly just, like, you guys make my whole life the best thing ever, and I just can't wait to share more with you guys and share dragons with you and share magic with you and share God with you and all of this with you and share the goddesses with you and share all of the deities with you, because I don't judge you based on who you believe in or what you worship. I just think you're a beautiful soul and you deserve dragons. So anyway, I'm just a girl who follows her dragons, but I'll definitely be seeing you in the Hatchling clan. It's the first link down below, so definitely don't forget to join us. But until next time, stay brave, little dragon, and I love you.